bursting from the earth and sky. Everything is alive with spirit, with spirit. Everyone is sacred. Everyone is filled with the divine. Everyone is alive with spirit, with spirit. Everything is sacred. Everything is filled with the divine. Everything is alive with spirit, with spirit. Everything is a wonder, unfolding right before our eyes. Everything is alive with spirit, with spirit. Everything is a blessing, bursting from the earth and sky. Everything is alive with spirit, with spirit. Everyone is sacred. Everyone is filled with the divine. Everyone is alive with spirit, with spirit. We are alive with spirit, with spirit. We are alive. We are alive with spirit, with spirit. We are alive. We are alive with spirit. We are alive. We are alive with spirit,
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Center of Cedar Rapids. We are so glad to see all of the wonderful smiling faces in our sanctuary, and we also welcome our live streamers. And we know that while you're not here, we appreciate your energy and your connection, and please know that we are here to support you on your path of spiritual living. If you are here for the first time, we have a welcome packet on the table in the foyer. And if you'd like to add your name and email, you will be added to our email address, or our email newsletter that comes out once a week. Carl, are we kind of echoey? Feels kind of echoey. So thank you for joining us if you are here for the first time. Today we welcome one of my good friends I've known for many years, and our very own Leslie Wright, who will be, yay! Leslie is the director of Prairie Woods, and her talk is Awakening and Eclogical Spirituality. So excited to hear her talk. Today our musicians are Angela Dooley and Nina Swanson. The band, we've got, if you can see them back there, we've got Jason, Don, and Tom. And now we'll just take a moment to take a centering breath. Just become present in this moment. And now if you'll join me in saying our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent.
Let's all stand and sing in honor of 4th of July, America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of the rain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy glory find, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Oh, beautiful for patriotry that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea.
Right, it's now time for the children to join our youth and family teachers, and let's sing them off to Sunday school.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
for our announcements. Believe it or not, there are no meetings after service today. Kind of shocking. So, in light of that, we hope that you will join us in the Sacred Grounds and Books for a social hour. Each Sunday, we will provide that space for fellowship. So please think about staying for coffee and refreshments. Next week, Kevin Crambita will be our guest speaker. If you know Kevin, you know how appropriate his talk title is. So we'll look forward to seeing that connection there. Pride Fest is Saturday, July 6th, which is this coming Saturday. We still need a few people for the later afternoon shift, I believe from 4 to 6, and then to help tear down. So there is a QR code on the screen for you to use to easily sign up to volunteer. And if you're not volunteering, please plan to stop by. It's always a really great time. There's lots of booths and people to visit with, entertainment, just a really good time. So please join us on Saturday, July 6th. And because of the Pride Fest, the Community Creates has been canceled. So show up down there instead of here. Your spiritual care team, consisting of myself as an LUL candidate, Susan Liddell, Barb Buchanan, and Jan Griffith, all licensed Unity leaders, are offering the book class for the book Discover Your Divinity, a Modern Guide to Affirmative Prayer. This class is going to be 4 weeks long, and it will be at 9 a.m. on Monday. So not this Monday, but the following Monday. And I really appreciate will be the first of 3 classes that I'm required to teach to be able to complete my licensed Unity leader certification. So please consider this as the first, and then there will be other offerings coming up soon. So thank you for your support in that process. The new book for the Spirit Space Discussion Group has arrived. It's called Pilgrim at Tinker Creek by Annie Dillard. It's going to be starting on July 11th at 10:30. If you would like to participate, please sign up on the list on the welcome table. That really helps Joni to be able to send emails out and let people know if anything has changed with the class. We have several teams that need some help. No experience is required or necessary, but training is provided. So all you need is to be willing. We need folks to help make coffee, sell books, as in cashiering, and help with hospitality and brunch on Sundays. So 1 Sunday a month is really all that is the commitment that's needed. So please see Jan Griffith and Ashley Schrage if you are interested. And thank you so much to the Elaine Fisher Community Cupboard team who did the service last Sunday. It was wonderful, great information, and we so appreciate all that you do for our community. If you have a prayer request today, you can join prayer partner Barb Buchanan at the prayer room, and she would be very pleased to pray with you. And now please join me in saying our statement of purpose. Unity is a positive path of spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of spirit. At Unity CR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. Our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. And our daily word for today is world peace. Affirming the divinity of all the world's people, I envision world peace. Peace is meant for every person of every faith in every land. Today, I look beyond the news of the world, reports of strife and conflict, even the agitation and unforgiveness in my own heart, and find the peace of God. I believe the desire for lasting peace is within each person's heart. In prayer, I affirm this truth and envision the desire growing stronger among the world's people until peace can no longer be denied. It is our shared destiny to live in peace when each person wants for all people what they want for themselves. Harmony will blanket the earth. I affirm the peace I wish for myself is dawning in the hearts of others. In prayer, I see them safe and secure in the heart of God, forever at peace. And from 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 16, now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times in all ways. The Lord be with you all.
So let's stand and sing a new song for us. It's called The Tapestry of Love. And because this is a new song, but I hope it becomes part of our canon here, we're gonna sing through the first verse once so you can get the melody, and then we'll go back to the top and we'll sing it down through. After we sing the first two verses, sorry this is so confusing. After we sing those first two verses, then we're gonna do a little instrumental. I'd like you to take that time to turn to the person sitting in front of you, behind you, on either side of you, and just tell them, you are my family. Just acknowledge our family here together, okay? So here's what the melody sounds like. You can go ahead and stand up as you're able, in spirit or in body, doesn't matter. Ready? Oh, here's the little thing. 2, 3, 4.
Now, as you get comfortable in your chair and relax, feel yourself fully supported in your seat. Take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Know for yourself today that you are open to new possibilities. In this moment, I open myself. I am willing. I am ready for a new possibility, for a divine understanding. I am willing to make a shift in my consciousness to what is possible. I recognize that God is God in me. And from this place of open willingness, we recognize and name what God, Spirit, is. I recognize the power of strength and the power of faith to allow great movement and activity that is positive and forward moving in my life. We know that we are imbued with special powers, and those powers are always available. They are always present in our life. I need only tap into any number of those powers, those innate abilities, whether it be faith or love or life or understanding or will or zeal or strength or release. From this place of knowing our own innate ability, our oneness, we can realize the spiritual truth of any situation that we are dealing with in our lives. We can realize what is ours to do. What do we have available to us right here and right now? It is in this realization that we activate a divine principle in time and space. And we so appreciate this opportunity to make that shift in our consciousness. It's from this place that we can have a new appreciation, a new understanding, a new realization of truth. And as we take time to feel that energy of love within our heart space, we feel that love emanating out from our being, expanding to connect with the energy of love from each and every person in this space. And as we move forward in our day, in our week, we remember the power of love in our lives. And as we turn our attention back into this time and space, we give great thanks for our knowing, for our spiritual community, and for our faith. Amen.
Here. Please stay in your meditative state.
All one heart, beat as one together, beat as one this moment. All one heart, beat as one together, beat as one this moment. Om Nava, Om Nava Shivaya, Om Nava Shivaya. All one song, sing as one together, sing as one this moment. All one heart, sing as one together, sing as one this moment.
And now we welcome Leslie Wright.
Good morning. It is lovely to be in a room with many people that I enjoy spending time with. You need to know I promised my husband I would do my best not to embarrass him in public this morning. If I do, I will need a ride after church. So, this morning I wanted to talk with you about my own awakening, but also connect it to what I do at Prairie Woods. So many of you know I've been the director at Prairie Woods since August of 2022. But that followed probably almost a 2-decade journey. You know, I told people once I took the director role that I felt like I had been walking to this place all of my life and only recognized it recently. And so this that I'm going to talk with you about this morning is my own awakening, but it is also the work of Prairie Woods and what Prairie Woods offers to all of you and to the community around us. I first got involved with Prairie Woods. I still can't quite remember the exact event, but it was a women in ministry gathering, I think. I ended up in a book study group with 4 sisters. Now, you need to know that I have been raised a Presbyterian girl, and so had no experience with sisters, and it was a little scary. But they opened my mind and my heart to continue the journey of discernment. So here I am today. So I will try and keep focused, because there's so much I would love to tell you about. So today we're going to talk about awakening to eco-spirituality. What is it? And some of the key concepts in it. Also, why does it matter? And then just a little bit about how you might find some of that at Prairie Woods, should you be interested in exploring that with us. So let's see if, look at that. I feel like I'm missing a slide there. Oh, I am. Look at that. So, first of all, in words probably too small to read particularly well, but what struck me as I was getting ready is, in fact, for me, ecological spirituality connects to that verse in Acts 17:28. So my version of that, for in our Creator we live and move and have our being. So if you remember nothing else from today, within our Creator, we live and move and have our being in so many ways. Ecological spirituality, at its heart, reframes our thinking and our connection to the earth and to creation, and humans' place in that. And so often we spend our time, when we talk about spirituality, we talk about religion in particular, it's about humans and the human journey and our own individual journey, not that connectedness. This has deep connections to the Franciscan origins of Prairie Woods. And the principles of spirituality, of ecological spirituality, are pretty straightforward, and I neglected to cite it here, but this is from the University of San Diego. We are not separate from nature. Surprise. That's a pretty important thing for us to consider when we think about where we are with the climate crisis. We do not own nature. In fact, this notion of owning, particularly land, air, water, is a pretty unusual concept we've come up with over the years. And by our actions, we demonstrate our love of creation and of God. And the other thing that's really pivotal for me is that the divine is the source of all creation and continues. In 2017, Prairie Woods brought Elia Delio, a very small Franciscan sister, but a big cosmologist. And I remember at the time I was a little disheartened about where I was in my life and what was happening in the world. And she put up a slide of the universe creating that an astrophysicist had taken. And I thought, oh yeah, we're not done. That's ecological spirituality. So we all have a place in that continuing creation. And we are all connected in ways we don't always realize and pay attention to. We live in a house that backs up to Seminole Valley Park, and for those of you who haven't noticed, The river's a little high. It is coming up towards our fence at the bottom of our yard. And it's a reminder to us that the system we're part of, the creation we're part of, is in concentric circles that moves from us, our own hearts, all the way, certainly upstream. So when my sisters are getting 4 inches of rain in the Twin Cities, it is going to visit us. So how do we remember that we're part of this larger thing? The other thing that I find so important about ecological spirituality is the move away from a dualistic way of thinking. For those of you who like Richard Rohr, he talks about this all the time. And one of the key pieces of that is that when you're either or thinking, we're smart or stupid, we're pretty or ugly, we're good or evil, we're right or wrong, you cannot hold the complexity and the beauty of creation. Our world is full of complexity and paradox, and boy, as humans, most of us were taught, particularly in school, that there's one answer, and whoever gets there fastest wins, right? But there isn't one answer, and in fact, there are many perspectives. It brings back to me in 2007, I think, Prairie Woods brought Marcus Borg, and he stood at the front of the room at St. Pius and said, there are many incarnations of God. And it just so happens that Jesus is the incarnation that speaks to my heart. And I thought, oh yeah, that sounds good. And what that touches on, and I'm really bad at the whole, this thing. But what it touches on is our ideas about God, the nature of God, of creation and our origins, impacts the way we interpret or look back on our anthropology, the way humans came to live and be, and which then influences the structure and the functioning of the culture we are part of now. So one of the things that ecological spirituality requires of us is to re-examine that narrative about how things have come to be. And we'll talk more about that. Some of the early thinkers and writers, and this is way too small. I'll read it to you. The human community and the natural world will go into the future as a single sacred community, or we both will perish. So Thomas Berry was a huge influence on the founding of Prairie Woods, but there are writers across traditions and across generations that have been writing and thinking about this over time. And they have been particularly inspired by environmental concerns. So the why does it matter? Particularly now, re-engaging with our understanding of our place in the created universe. Pope Francis is known to say, we have a common home. Like, we don't get to pack up and leave. I don't really care what SpaceX is doing. There's not room for all of us. And so what we do matters. How we think about our connection matters. And others at Commonweal, talk about this as an antidote to what is called the polycrisis, because it's not just climate, right? It's not just climate that's not good. Our relationships are breaking down, so many things that we need to re-examine. Yep, okay. Apparently, I need to get better at this. Key concepts, though. One is the universe story. And the universe story that's part of ecological spirituality is that the beginning of everything was light and energy. And that light and energy is the love, the light and energy love of God that began to form the universe. And as a result, each one of us, every living thing, carries within them the particles, the elements that were formed at that very moment. And we continue to be and create and share that we are all part of it. We are an intersection. The other thing that certainly appeals to me is that ecological spirituality leans on multidisciplinary wisdom. There is not just one answer, and it integrates indigenous ancient wisdom. So unfortunately, our Native American friends are probably sitting back saying, okay, duh, we knew that, right? But whether from ancient Asian cultures, our own Native American indigenous cultures all across the globe have known things. We, in our journey and our desire for a scientific mind, begin to take the world apart and look at it in pieces, where the old wisdom tells us we are all of a piece. And so we continue to learn from that. But again, it's not an abandonment of science. The interesting thing is the integration, the intersection, even the collision of science and faith and spirituality that's happening all around us. And important here is a move from dominion to kinship. So we are not owners, we are not lords, and many interpretations of Scripture invite us to go back and re-look at how we have translated or understood our relationship with other peoples, and also how we measure the meaning of a life. So if we continue to measure the meaning of a life based on our ability to purchase, waste, and disregard, bad stuff will happen, right? But if we move towards mutuality and a common thriving, so much opens up for us. And there's research, one example is there's research that tells us there is enough food in the world. We're not good at sharing, right? And then there's this beautiful notion of the connectedness of all things. It is both specificity and diversity, right? Every individual is woven into the fabric of the universe. And if we dropped out, we would leave a hole in that web of life. And we are part of something larger. And we have something to do in that web of life. It challenges, particularly in this country, our myth of individuality and exceptionalism. I don't stand here all on my own, right? My being here is a reflection of all of you and the people who came before and how they shaped me, and my husband who drove the car. But so another small slide, but again, we need to remember that we are part of ecosystems. And almost every time as humans, when we have disrupted ecosystems, we have created problems. When we eliminated wolves, funny thing, we figured out we needed to add them back, right? When we introduced creatures that don't belong in ecosystems they're not part of, bad stuff happens. We are part of ecosystems. The river's teaching us, just like I gave that example earlier, the river's teaching us that right now, as it expands and contracts in reaction to what is happening many miles away from us, but also here at home. And it's important for us to think about an evolutionary becoming, because the other thing for me that is so beautiful in ecological spirituality is that we are always becoming. We are not done. God is not done. We are not done. And we can't always know what comes next. So how do we bring our whole selves present and engaged and give those gifts? So now just a couple minutes about, by the way, here's my clip art. I have a friend who is a marketing guru, and every time I do stuff like this, she just cringes. But I'm visual, and I try and create relationships between things. So Prairie Woods, for almost 30 years now, has talked about eco-spirituality is our mission. It guides us. So what are the pathways that help us realize ecological spirituality? One is for the individual spiritual journey, contemplation, a life of reflection, engagement in your becoming and our becoming in community. And then there's this piece called holistic health, the integration of mind, body, and spirit. Again, an end to dualism. We are not sacred and secular or sacred and sinful. We are a whole. And then regenerative practice. And regenerative practice, I'm going to, because I realize I'm running out of time, or I could just stay, but no. But part of contemplation and discernment that we offer you at Prairie Woods, but all of us are engaged in here, is examining the narrative within which we live and listening for the voice of God in each of us, helping us find our way to a deeper understanding. And we do that in a variety of ways. The other thing we're celebrating is that the world of science, so this is an image from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, who now lists spirituality as one of the 8 pillars of human well-being. And that's how we approach holistic health. It is through song and poem and movement and reflection, massage, all kinds of ways that we integrate ourselves. And in the Catholic world, this notion of integral ecology, how we are part of a reflection of the generations before and the generations coming, and how do we make decisions for the good of 7 generations into the future if we follow Indigenous wisdom, and how do we care for those around us. So for us, it's about being a hub of resilience and connection for the school, for the neighbors, through food and through other offerings. We grow over 4,000 pounds of produce every year, and fostering connection and convening. And regenerative practice is about more than sustainability. It's not about net zero. It's about how are we returning more than we're removing from the universe. And that guides what we are doing to lighten our footprint. I just happen to like this foot, but it illustrates all the dimensions of our footprint as humans upon the earth. So some ways that we are doing this, we're now 100% solar. Last month's Alliant bill was negative $23. I know, it's awesome. Water use, so drip tape, rain barrels, and we're going to be exploring what the next generation of that looks like. Buy nothing. So especially if those of you who know Sister Nancy, man, she's the buy nothing police. I also am now part of an intervention because I love Facebook Marketplace. And last summer I was buying so much wrought iron furniture, because you can spray paint it, that the team said, you're done. We have, thanks to a grant, we are transitioning to all electric. Food, so we grow over 4,000 pounds on the grounds. We use some for our own kitchen. Most of it goes to Metro Catholic Outreach, and soon a collaborative food pantry with the city of Hiawatha. And we're restoring the prairie and the woods. So we have 70 acres of prairie woods. 46 of those acres are in a conservation easement. So in perpetuity, that land will be protected and restored. And fundamentally, here's the deal. You can't save what you don't love. So how do we become people of love? Caring for all that is. That's part of my journey, but it's certainly Prairiewood's journey. If you want a more eloquent explanation of ecological spirituality, Dharma Omurku is doing a retreat for us this fall, but this little book is great. So remember these things, I hope. I have to get to the end. I forget my notes. God is present and creating in you, through you, and around you every moment. And you, each of you, is an integral part of creation, woven into the very fabric of life, with and part of the story that is unfolding. It is not done. Thanks.
I have a short little story about interconnectedness. I talked to Leslie after the service last week about her talk, what it was going to be about, so I could pick some music. And I was just, I wonder what would work. I wonder what would work. And then I was hacked on Facebook. And everybody, you might have gotten some request from me to be my friend or whatever. And so Tom had sent me a message, and I thought, well, I better open my messages, and I'll go to Tom. And so I went into my messages, and I saw Tom's message that I had been hacked. And I thought, well, I'm here. I'll just look around and see if anybody else has left me a message, because I'm never on Facebook. I mean, never. So, Brian, I found a Facebook message from you, I think from, I don't know how long ago, and it had a song attached to it. And I thought, oh my God, this is the perfect song. So thank you, Brian. It's called Resilient. Yeah. Just the way how things go.
I am resilient. I trust the movement. I negate the chaos, uplift the negative. I'll show up at the table again and again and again. I'll close my mouth and learn to listen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. These times are poignant, the winds have shifted. It's all we can do to stay uplifted. Pipelines through backyards, wolves howling out front. Yeah, I got my crew, but truth is what I want. Realigning on point, power to the peaceful, prayers to the waters, women at the center, all vessels open to give and receive. Let's see the system brought down to its knees. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm made of thunder, I'm made of lightning, I'm made of dirt, yeah, made of the fine things, My father taught me that I'm a speck of dust, and this world is made for me, so let's go and try our luck. And I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down deep. So what are we doing here? What has been done? What are we gonna do about it when the world comes undone? My voice feels tiny, and I'm sure so does yours. Put us all together, make a mighty I am resilient. I trust the movement. I negate the chaos, uplift the negative. I'll show up at the table again and again and again. I'll close my mouth and learn to listen.
That was so great. Thank you so much. And thank you, Leslie, for sharing your story and all the wonderful things that you do at Prairie Woods. We so appreciate that gem in our community. And so as the ushers are coming forward, we invite everyone to hold their blessing in their hand. And we invite those of you online to make your contribution at unitycr.org. We bless these offerings and these baskets and the good that they are about to receive. We see them as symbols of the potential available to all of us. As we begin to prepare for this sacred act of giving and receiving, we give generously, we receive thankfully, and we give again abundantly. And now, join me in saying our offertory statement. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Freely we give, and gratefully we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these gifts and offerings to the will and the work and the way of Spirit in this community. And for those who have submitted their prayer requests, we surround them with love and prayers. We affirm and know that each person is blessed with wisdom, discernment, faith, and wholeness. Amen. Now it's time for our peace song.
For our peace song, let's all stand. And as we're standing, I just want to remember part of the daily word today. Paula mentioned the word harmony, harmonize. And in this song, the original version was, let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. So for today, at least, and maybe in the future, I always prefer the word harmony, to tell the truth. So let's use the word harmony. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. If you forget and sing unity, unity's a great word too. So, how does this go? That's right.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am, God is, and that's the truth.
I made a thunder. Okay, I'll give you the intro.
I'm made of thunder. I'm made of thunder. I'm made of lightning. I'm made of dirt, yeah. Made of the fine things. My father taught me that I'm a speck of dust. So this world is made for me. So let's go and try our luck. I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down deep. So what are we doing here? What has been done? What are we gonna do about it when the world comes undone? My voice voice feels tiny, and I'm sure so does yours. Put us all together, make a mighty I am resilient. I trust the movement. I negate the chaos, uplift the negative. I show up at the table again and again and again. I close my mouth and learn to listen.